All right, and we're live. Hi, Sil. How are you doing?
Hi, Brittany. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Is this your first live, like, since your rebrand? Is this our first live?
No, I
Okay.
did a live in the beginning of this month, for my October upcoming releases.
Releases? Okay.
Yeah, but this is our first live together since the
Yes.
rebrand. Yeah.
Okay, well, yay. So if you haven't realized, guys, Sil used to be a life full of simplicity,
Yeah.
and now she is Priscilla's Tarot Corner.
Yeah.
So yay for a rebrand.
Yay. Yeah, I felt like it fit more with what I'm doing. My channel's all about
Yeah,
tarot and showing tarot and things like that. So I felt like it was time. I was a life full of simplicity for like 6 years, I think,
yeah.
in total with Instagram. So I just felt like this fit better with what I'm doing. So yeah.
No, I totally agree. I think it does.
Yeah.
I think it's a perfect rebrand for you.
Yeah.
All right. Today we are doing the hashtag Beetlejuice Tarot tag. This is by
Yes.
Robin's Reflections. All of the info is in the description. So if you'd like to check out her video, go ahead over there and check that out after you're done
Yep.
here. And it's only 7 prompts, but yeah, we picked our deck. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go into the first prompt. Let me find it. Here we
Yes.
go. All right. The first one is and just so you know, this is based off of like Robin's favorite quotes from the original Beetlejuice movie. So the
Yes.
first one is it's showtime. So this is a deck that feels cinematic.
Yes. So I love Beetlejuice, by the way, the original. Big fan. I love all the actresses and actors that are in that movie. Really excited that they did like a sequel to it and they
Yeah.
brought many of the main actors that were in the original back, which I really love. So I'm excited to watch that. I'm also waiting on the Beetlejuice Tarot deck from Inside Editions, but haven't received it yet. So can't wait to get that as well because I know it's going to be great. Also, hey Robin.
Hi, Robin. Yeah, that comes out in a few days, right?
What
Or has it
the
come out?
the deck?
Yeah.
Uh didn't it release? No, I think it comes out October 29th. So
Okay,
in
29th. We're
yeah,
very close. I
two
know
days I think. Yeah.
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 I'm waffling. I kind of want it just because I'm in that oh my god, Halloween spooky month like
Yeah.
vibe right now. But I don't know.
I
I'll see. I'll see.
I like the art style because it's Abigail Larson and I love her so much. Her art style is fantastic. I haven't watched flip through, so I don't know if it's like a mix like some of her other past decks where it's like mix of scenic and like pip. So I'm like
Um,
waiting to get it in hand to see, but
I think
I don't
Robin did
know.
a flip through, and
Yes, Robin has it, I know.
I think they were all illustrated pips.
Okay, so they're scenic then.
Yeah,
Like
which makes me
like a
want it
regular
more.
RWS?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay, that's good then. That's good then. So
So
the
it makes
first
me
one,
want it more.
yeah, you should get it, honestly. I think it'll be your only pop culture deck, right? No, other than Lord of the Rings. No, Game of Thrones, sorry, Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings, right? You have Lord of the Rings
Yes,
too,
I have
right?
two. I have two.
Yeah. So this would be your third pop
It
culture
would
deck.
be. It would
Yeah.
be. Hi,
So
Ruby.
hey Ruby. So speaking of Abigail Larson, for my first deck for the prompt, I picked The Night Baron Before Christmas because I
Yeah.
felt cinematic movie this time of year, but also Christmas. I feel like this is like the perfect movie to watch and things like that. And I felt like it really fit the prompt. So
Hmm.
this is illustrated by Abigail Larson. The guidebook is written by Minerva Siegel, and this is published by Insight Editions. This is probably my top deck from Insight Editions. It's one that I love the most. Um,
Oh,
yeah, I love this deck so
you
much.
do reference it a lot. So
Yes,
honestly,
I
I'm not
know.
surprised when I like sit and think about it for 5 seconds.
But this deck is more of a mix. So some cards in the minors are scenic and other cards are a little bit pippish, but I
Okay.
feel like you still get the gist of what's going on with the cards themselves, especially if
Hmm.
you're familiar with Nightmare Before Christmas. Though I will say, if you're not, the guidebook is fantastic. It does name every single character that appears in the card. So you'll always know who this is,
Yeah.
and what's going on, in my opinion. So yes. So yes. But what did you choose for this particular
So
prompt?
I actually went with my Game of Thrones tarot because it's
Okay.
the only pop culture. Well, I do have Lord of the Rings, but
Yeah.
the Lord of the Rings deck is actually more so based on the books than the movies. So that's kind of why
Okay.
I picked this over that.
Yeah.
Um,
It's also not an official Lord of the
it
Rings.
yes, it so I try not to like advertise it too much on my channel. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, but it's not in print. Is it in print still? I don't.
Um,
It's an
I
out of
won't say
print
it's
deck, right?
out of print. I think the print it's I don't think it's officially out of print. I think it's
Okay.
like sporadically brought back.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
So it could be technically out of print, but who knows? Maybe in a year it won't be.
yeah.
Um, so I went with the Game of Thrones tarot. It's my favorite pop culture deck.
Mm.
I love the artwork. It's very much so based off of the show, I feel like, than the books. The characters kind of look a lot like the actors um that were like this looks very much like Sean Bean, you know. Looks like
Yeah.
Ned Stark as in the show, but I really love this deck. This used to be one of my like old faithfuls in the sense that I used this deck almost exclusively for a while. This was the first deck that I used for my very first time doing in-person readings.
Oh, okay.
And I really just I feel like it's still relatable, even though it's very specific to Game of Thrones. So even if someone hasn't seen Game of Thrones, it's still very much a Rider Waite Smith clone. You kind of understand the tarot in it regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the artist's take on the combination between the two. So you can kind of tell that the person who did this really liked Game of Thrones and also really understood Rider Waite Smith, and all of the changes, none of the changes, I should say, seemed convoluted. I really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this deck I like so much that if I ever got my hands on like the original linen version, I would
Yeah.
pay maybe a little bit for it.
Mm. Yeah. Luke said that he would pick the Sleepy Hollow tarot that he has for this particular prompt.
Hmm.
Robin asked if it's like the movie. It's actually not like the movie. It's actually more based on the book rather than the movie itself. That particular deck.
The
So if
Sleepy
you,
Hollow deck.
yeah, so it's more based on the book. So if you have the book, it's more based on that rather than the movie.
Mm.
Um, let's see what else is going on here.
Oh, so Robin was saying that for the when she did the pop culture tower tag, I don't
Mm,
know, maybe the Nightmare Before Christmas one. I'm not sure which one she's referring to. Would have been her choice for best pop culture deck.
mm.
I'm really picky with pop culture. Okay, I'm really picky with tarot, but then I'm even pickier with the pop culture decks. So
Yeah.
uh, nothing has dethroned Game of Thrones yet. I don't know that anything honestly ever will.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, all right, let's. Ooh, so Ruby says that she would go with the Majestic Earth and Lost Forest tarot, but she doesn't have a deck based off of a movie. And that's fair. Technically, Game of Thrones isn't a movie either; it's a show. So
Yeah.
okay. Tag number 2 is I'm the ghost with the most. So this is a ghoulish deck.
Yes. Also, Robin answered your question. She was talking about Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
So this one I had to think about a long time because I was like, what the hell is a ghoulish deck? I'm like, what is this? So I was like thinking, I'm like, maybe something with the monsters or something that
Yeah.
could come off as a little creepy and things like that. So I
Yeah.
went with the little cryptid oracle.
Aw.
because I
That's
love this
not
one.
ghoulish. That's adorable.
It's adorable, creepy though. Look at this
Okay,
guy.
okay. You picked a very good first
Like
card to make your point.
he's cute. Well, it was the first card on top. Like he's cute, but also strange. You
Yeah,
know.
very strange.
This is the Flatwoods monster, but I love this deck. It's like cute, creepy.
I might get that Oracle deck because I backed the Lenormand of
Yeah.
this, but I just can't get myself to want the tarot. So that's what's making me hesitant about the Oracle.
Well, the tarot they're still creating it. It's not even done.
I
So
know, but I already know. I just know myself. That one's so cute because I think it's supposed to be a ghost, but it looks like a tooth.
it's the Fresno Nightcrawler, but I
Oh,
literally call him Toothy in my and
it
he's
looks
wearing a
like
little
a
crown. I
tooth.
don't know if you can see
Yeah,
that. Little crown. Yeah, when I unboxed this, I was like, Toothy. It looks like a tooth.
it does. It looks like a tooth. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
Yeah,
Like
it
even
is like adorably ghoulish.
even this one is like, ew.
Yeah, it reminds me of Tremors, that one,
Yeah,
or
Tremors,
Dune,
and
or whatever.
then Dune
Yeah.
also. Yeah, but I love Here's Mothman.
Yeah, I love that card. That one's one of my favorites from when I saw your flip through.
Yeah, I love it so much. And then I got the extra cards from the Kickstarter they sent me. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I really love it. But there's like some really cute cards and some like strange ones too with the weird here this one I'll show this one last. This one here.
Oh, I would pet him.
But I thought this was would be a fun deck to show here. What did you choose for this one?
It is. And before we move on,
Yeah.
Ruby
Mhm.
rather was saying that she can't believe she didn't put that in her October rotation for her October
Oh.
challenges. And yeah, you still have time. It's only October 27th.
You have like what, 5 days, 4 days?
And Luke says his Gothic Oracle would be his ghoulish deck. That tracks from what I recall. That seems
Mm,
right. Hi,
Gothic
Gina.
Oracle. Yeah.
All right. So, of course, I really don't have many ghoulish decks, so I feel like this is
Mhm.
obvious if you know my collection. Going with the Dark Reflection. Sorry, it's hard to
Yeah.
see because of the cameras, but so this is very much a Rider Waite Smith like clone in the traditional sense, except all of the characters are sort of like zombified in a kind of way. So like you can see it's hard to tell, but you can see they have like pallid skin. They kind of have like really like dehydrated
Yeah.
looking mummification kind of looks. But they mimic the come on. They mimic the Rider Waite Smith everything. So
Mm.
let me skip through a few so you can see. Um but I like this. I think it's been a great shadow deck rather.
Mhm.
I love it for spooky month. I pull it out more for spooky month, but I don't tend to rotate my decks, so everything fits in. Like, oh, like look at this one. It's so like this wolf is terrifying this little puppy.
I love that moon
Oh,
card.
yeah, I like this deck. I think it's ghoulish without being like unnecessarily
Mhm.
gory or like I don't know how to explain it, but like
Yeah.
without being tropey, I guess in a way.
Yeah, I understand. I get it.
Yeah. The Yokai Tarot is that ghoulish? I thought that was like a cute little demons.
Uh,
Am I wrong?
that one's out of print, no?
Oh,
Yokai.
I thought the
That one.
Yokai Tarot was the one that just came out from Hay House or Llewellyn, one of them. Maybe it was Llewellyn. Am I mixing up tarot?
I think
Ooh,
so.
a werewolf deck would be super cool, and then they should have like a complimentary vampire one that like matches the artwork and syncs up if you not mix them together but use them together.
Yeah, it's the Yokai Yochi Tarot, this one.
Mm,
This is
mm.
out of print, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, I'm thinking of a different one.
Yeah, this is the deck that I think you're thinking of. This one, and it's from Lo
Yes.
Scarabeo.
See, that one's adorable. Okay.
This one's like anime-esque,
Yeah.
anime-ish. Yeah.
Okay. It's low scarab. Low scarab. Okay.
Yes. Exactly.
I don't know what it is.
Lo Scarabeo.
I cannot say that publisher to save my life.
Yeah.
It's like I have a tick or something. Okay, this one is I myself am strange and unusual. So this is a deck that's weird but lovable, and I feel like you guys are gonna be shocked by my pick. So I'm excited.
Okay, let me take out mine because there's like so many layers to it. Okay, so I picked for this one. I picked the Awakening Tarot by Monica Berdersky. This one is definitely weird, but I think it's lovable because I'm the one who loves it. I can't speak for other people, to be honest with you, but yes, there's a lot going on in these cards, to be honest with you. For example, this is the moon card. We have the moon that has a weird body, and then we have, I don't even know what on, I think, a water on one side, stars on the other for arms.
Is that
We
a
have,
crab claw leg?
yes, and a wolf leg. So this is the moon card. The aces are all hands, but with their elements.
Okay, I like that.
Me too.
I do like that.
And then they go by the elements for the suits. So
I'm cool
Earth
with
is
that.
Pentacles. This person is like a tree, sort of ish,
Yeah.
with growing like apples, and he has like an apple head.
Yes.
We have the High Priestess.
I'm not liking these major arcana.
This is the Wheel of Fortune, which is like a spider person weaving, knitting something, knitting their
like
web.
the web.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the lovers card. Here's the cups, 4 of cups. They're like yawning. Exactly. It's weird, but in my opinion, you have to get used to it. And I actually really loved it. When I did my flip through, I was like, wow, this is like unique, something different on the tarot market, which in my opinion, I feel like we have too many clones. So I feel like
just at me next time.
Something new to bring to the tarot world. I actually really like this. I think this is the King of Fire. I think
it's so strange.
I know. But there's just something about it that I love. We have the 5 of Wands.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it either.
Yeah. But again, lovable to me.
And that's completely fair.
Yeah. And here's the Chariot. But I do love all the aces. They're all hands with their respective.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
What's that one?
Yeah, they do really do make sense. Like I found it very interesting when I was like looking through them. Like for example, here's the Empress card. We have like that abundant feel with like the cornucopia and like all the things.
Yeah.
We have that growth aspect plus the nurture aspect with like the roots and like things growing and whatnot. And yeah, I really like that about the Empress card. Here's the 5 of Pentacles. This person is like looking at a dome,
like a terrarium.
Yeah, like a terrarium that's like filled with like beauty and like nature and like bountiful nature of sort. And I guess in a sense, when we think of like the 5 of Pentacles, it's like you not having like monetarily or like physically, materially, you're not having anything, right?
Like that stuff is out of reach almost.
Yeah, exactly. So in this case, it looks like they're trying. They want to. This is what they want, but it's like behind
protected by the
glass.
dome, and yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
But yeah, I really like it. And the guidebook is amazing in my opinion. So
Ruby, exactly. Like I still can't get over the lobster leg and wolf leg.
yeah,
I
well
think
that's
that's
encompassing if we think about the moon like the traditional, there's the wolf, there's the lobster, there's the
oh,
dog,
I
right?
get
So
it. I'm not saying I don't get it. That's not up for debate here.
and the wheels with the head with the wheels, it's about that's the chariot. So obviously there's gonna be wheels in that one.
Yeah, I think Robin kind of touches on it. I'm not
Yeah.
into like surrealist art. It's not my
Yes.
jam. Um
I love it though.
but I do appreciate the uniqueness of it.
Yeah, I think it was really cool what she did or what she's trying to do. Something different in my opinion, and I really like that. And I felt like it fit this prompt
Yeah.
perfectly. So, yeah. What did you pick for this?
I actually picked the Untamed Mysteries deck. So I almost never
Oh.
pick this deck for things that I actually like because I kind of have a love-hate relationship with this, but I think
Mm.
the images are so fucking weird. Like, this is the sun, and it's a bunch of flowers that and the inside of the flowers are brains. And then there's a squirrel riding a horse. So
Okay.
a little bit of it is nonsensical, but we do have the sun in the corner that looks like
Mm.
it's dripping down while staring at them. So it's like the squirrel's the baby, the horse is the horse in the sun, but everything around it is just strange and
Mm.
unusual. A big motif in this is eyes. So eyeballs are going to be throughout a lot of
Oh yeah.
these. Um, the the skulls, the eyes, all of that is very, very strange. And then the mix of animals is strange because here we have a T-Rex. So we're going from squirrels and horses and what look like eagles to a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Um,
That is weird.
and honestly, I feel like if the card stock was a little bit more favorable for me, I would use it more because it's just so
Mm.
strange. And I feel like it would be challenging in a unique kind of way where things seem very normal and then things just kind of delve into this weird chaos of the
Yeah.
deck. Um I feel like a lot of things could be left up to interpretation. It would be a fun
Mhm.
deck to practice more intuitively with because that's something I feel like I struggle with. But
Very
then
true.
there's just enough of like the homage to Rider Waite Smith that it's not so far out of my personal comfort zone.
Mhm.
But like here's this take on the Eight of Wands. So it's just familiar enough, but just different enough that I feel like there's a lot of uniqueness in that deck.
Yeah.
And I actually like to see when people use this deck. It feels very like I like seeing it used. I just the card stock. This. Oh, I hate it. If they reprinted it on almost any other card stock, I'd probably get it and use it. But yeah,
I
that's
think
like
I
strange and unusual.
I think it's like the durability of that cardstock though
It
that they
is.
probably
It
like.
is. Honestly, I think it is. I think it's just like it's been this long. I can't stop hating it now. I started off disappointed and now I'm just like, yeah. Ooh, interesting. You say that, Ruby. um, whoops, wrong thing. So, next one is My Whole Life is a Dark Room, a deck that's photogenic or a deck that feels like you're looking into a photo. So, I kind of tweaked this one a little bit, but let me know what you picked.
Okay, so I went with another Oracle deck. I chose the Gentle Chaos Pocket Oracle by Tyler Gacka
Yeah,
and aka Ghost Honey, if you know him from like TikTok and stuff.
TikTok. Yeah.
Um, I keep mine in a bag because I separate it from
You
the like.
pulled out certain cards, right?
Yeah, I pulled out all the drawn cards because I don't like them. I
I
only
pulled
keep
out
the photography cards. That's it.
I pulled out all the like references to actual people cards. That was very weird to me.
Okay, I pulled out like all of these hand drawn ones.
Oh, see, I didn't mind them. I didn't, but like, I don't want to see, uh, what's his name or his grandmom in my deck. That's weird to me. That's strange.
Okay. Oh, the mirror card where he's in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I kept it. I kept that one
mm-mm. I don't
because
want
of the
actual people in my deck.
I like the photography. So
I didn't mind like the photos of like the houses, and there's like photos of other things in there. Kept them, kept the hand drawn stuff. It's fine.
okay. I just felt like they were just too different from the rest of the deck. So I was like,
Yeah,
nah, I'm not
they
into
are. They are
this.
objectively very. They stand out in a
Yeah.
very obvious way from the rest
So
of the
I
deck.
keep mine in this bag that I think Alana gave me actually in something she sent me.
Mm-hmm.
So I keep it in this. But yes, this is like except for those few cards, like this is a photography deck. And it
Mm-hmm.
goes with like his poetry book and the journal that he
The
has
journal. Mm-hmm.
on creating poetry. But I felt like this one fit.
It's funny because I was gonna choose that, and I was like, no, no, I'm not gonna choose that. I feel like I chose it for something similar before.
Yeah, you did choose it. Was
For
it the
probably, uh,
last prompt?
it was
Last one
either
that
the
we did
last one
or
we did together or
before that?
the one before that.
Yeah. So yes. I actually, Ruby, I was thinking about the Wildlands because it's right here. But I was like, I chose that last time because I only have the two photography decks. Like everything else is like art. So
Yeah.
like I just wanted to do something different. And I felt like this one was like way more like you're looking into a photo because it's actual photos. And I felt like it fit the actual like quote, like my whole life is a dark room, because I feel like these are photos that you would develop in like a dark room or
Yeah.
something. So that's why I
Yep.
chose this one.
Totally agree. I probably, had I literally not chosen it for essentially the same thing before, I probably would have chosen that one too.
Yeah. So what did you choose?
So caveat, had I just gone with choosing an oracle, I probably would have gone with an oracle deck over this.
Yeah.
But I kind of leaned into the fact, photography. I kind of went into like art instead, and
Hmm.
I went with the ethereal visions, Luna. It doesn't matter either one, honestly. The
Yeah.
ethereal visions, just overall tarot. And I went with that because it has a very art vibe. It gives very much like, um I don't know. Gina's in the chat. She knows art. I don't know what period this would be. Renaissance or something like that. It gets very much like I'm walking through a hall of art.
It's Art Nouveau
Art
art style, I
Nouveau,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like I feel like each card is like very deliberate in it's hard to see on camera, but like some of the it looks very watercolor mixed with the really stark deliberate foiling. So there's this softness and hardness to it that really makes it seem different based off of the angle you're looking at it. And yes, thank you, Art Nouveau.
Yeah.
I went to an art school for music, not art, not
No
visual art.
idea.
So but I really like it because, like, look at that. Like, that could be its whole painting. Like, just imagine this blown up and put on someone's wall. That would be so beautiful.
Yeah.
So,
I think
I kind of thought of this prompt as like before photography was a thing. What would I have
yeah.
chosen?
Yeah. I like that though. I like that perspective
Yeah,
in
like,
terms of like if I thought of it from that point of view too, I could have
yeah.
I would have had a deck that would probably fit that as
I
well.
just
But
didn't want to pick the same thing again.
yeah, I understand. That's why I didn't pick the Wildlands tarot, even though I love the Wildlands tarot. But
I know. I already picked one that I know for a fact that I've used in this prompt, but I just don't have another one. So that's why I was like,
Okay.
I gotta switch it up.
Do something
um,
new. Do something new.
yeah, thank you, Robin. Thank you. You like my I got approval from the creator of the tag herself, so I'm good.
Yeah. Well, I feel like when it comes to tags, you're supposed to like sometimes do your own thing with them too.
Yeah,
Like bring your own creativity to it, you know?
and I feel like, if you do
Mm,
enough tags, and I don't have a terribly large amount of a tarot collection, things are going to
exactly.
start to repeat depending on what they are. And
Yeah.
I already had, in my opinion, two repeats for this. One you already saw with the dark reflections, and then
Yeah.
the next one. So, or not the next one, but one of the next few. Um, so I'm trying to think outside of the box. And
Hmm.
it also helps too. I feel like it helps me see my deck collection in a different perspective.
Yeah.
Um and it makes me be more thoughtful about where it fits into my collection and blase, how I'm going to use it, stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I definitely agree.
All right. Next one is nice fucking model. Details, details, details. A deck that shines in the
Oh
details.
my god, I didn't even know what to choose. So I chose this one. I don't know. I chose the Tarot of the Sorceress,
Oh,
which
okay.
is Wheel of the Year deck.
Mm-hmm.
And I chose it because, okay, a few reasons. One, it is like it's like a black and white kind of deck, and it has so many details in it. Like the artwork is like super detailed. And then you have these overlay details of like the element signs that are on it. I don't even know if you can see like if it's picking up like right there. If you can see those
Mm-hmm.
triangles, that is signifies the element. Um, but then also in some of the cards, we have like this kind of foil detail, but it's
Mm.
foiled. But the thing is, like, it's foiled underneath the laminate.
Oh.
So there's like a sheen to it, but because the card is glossy, it's like the sheen is like kind of underneath. Um, but it has a lot of like different details
Mm-hmm.
in the card itself. Like this one here has a lot of eyes.
Oh, we have more eyes.
Yeah, I know. And this is the Three of Wands. Three
Oh.
of Wands. Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
Three of Wands.
I don't think I've ever seen you use that.
No, I just got it not that long ago. I haven't really used it that much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Here's the Five of Wands.
It is very macabre as well.
Yeah. So, and the all the details are like hand drawn. I feel like it's like
Kind of has like a sketch feel to
sketched.
it.
Yeah, sketched almost.
Uh-huh.
So I felt like it had a lot. Like, look at this one. This is the Queen of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
The detailing on this is like really interesting. There's like a snake being wrapped around her.
Mm.
So it's like really cool, but there's like a lot to look at in the cards
Yeah.
themselves. So that's why I chose it for this um particular prompt. Yeah.
Um, Ruby says for her, she would choose True Black or Ephemera?
Ephemera, I think.
Ephemera.
Yeah. Ephemera?
Ephemera?
Yeah, I
for
think isn't it
for my
ephemera? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
But
anyway, they're by the same
they're
creator that
they're
created
the
True Black.
reverse of each other essentially, right?
Yeah.
I actually weirdly don't like True Black at all, but really adore Ephemera for some reason.
Yeah.
Something about the white background makes all the details pop
Mm,
more.
mm-hmm.
All of the details that I feel like are lost in True Black.
Yeah. I don't know what the cardstock is like though. Apparently the cardstock is like for the True Black. There was a lot of people that didn't like the cardstock.
It's
I think
too
it
thick
was
from what I heard.
yeah, maybe.
Like
I don't
it's the
remember. I don't
double or
I don't
it has like the core something or other cardstock, which makes it a little hard to shuffle.
mm, maybe that's
Um
it.
I don't know if Ephemera has the same one. I don't like it enough that it would ever probably make it into my collection,
Mm,
but I do adore seeing it.
yeah.
It's
They're also
very
very
much here.
expensive.
Yes, that's I mean, that's the price to pay off doesn't do it for me.
What did you choose for this prompt?
I chose Prismavisions actually. I
Yeah.
went with different kinds of details than what you did, where I feel like the card is actually really simple, but because of the way that it's drawn with this sort of like dot stroke sort of method, this
Yeah.
like really like starry night kind of feel, there's a lot of details within the
Hmm.
main card.
Yeah.
Like if this were just like a printed card, I feel like the details would be very flat, but having these like strokes and dots and stuff makes it really it gives it a lot more depth, I feel like.
Yeah.
Um switch cards up. I must have used this deck for something else. But yeah, I really like this because it's almost like a especially this one that I just put down. It's almost like if you like just look like around the card, you can see like something different than when you're looking into the card.
Yeah.
And I just love how those details pop. There's also the let me see if I can find it. Mm, yeah, kind of like this. Let's see if I can put it together. It's hard. So it creates like a Mariorama where the cards all talk to each other. Gosh, there we go. There we go. And
Yeah.
it forms like a bigger picture, which is
Yeah.
really cool because
I know.
it's like this big detail, and then each card is its own detail. And then because of the dots in the artwork, it has these minute details.
Yeah.
This is like the one deck I wish I could find it. I don't know if I can. That really helped me understand when I was learning the concept of um the judgment card. I always
Oh, okay.
like when I was starting out, judgment and justice just didn't make sense to me. I
Mm,
mean, they
yeah.
made sense in their own right. When I would look it up, it made sense, but I
Hmm.
didn't quite understand it.
Okay.
And here it is. Here is the judgment card. So I really love this concept of like you're standing in what would normally be this sort of bluish dark room, and then you open a door into like the next phase of things.
Yeah.
And you start to see how things truly are and start to understand what your path that you're going
Hmm.
down could really look like. And this
Yeah.
was the card that did it for me. So I really appreciate the details that James R. Eads puts into the cards, and I like his perspective of the tarot.
Yeah.
It's really made me like a lifelong fan, honestly.
I know. I really love that one in Cosmo. I wish I could get them. I would love them probably in pocket, like the pocket edition.
Oh yeah, in the tins.
Yes, in the tins. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
have both full size. I've actually never opened the full size Cosmo.
Oh no.
I still have it wrapped up because I used the tin more than anything,
Oh,
and I
okay.
paired the two tins together.
Yeah.
Um,
I
let's
love the
see.
tins. I love tin
I was gonna
decks.
say honestly, I just like tins in general.
They're the best. So
Oh,
what's
okay.
the name?
So Ruby does confirm it's the thick or hard cardstock.
Oh
And so
yeah.
you're saying you'll have nice nice hand muscles using it.
Hand strength.
Yep, you're gonna
Ah.
have that grip strength for days. All right. I don't think we survived the crash. A deck that brings the harsh truths into the light.
Um. Okay, I think I chose. What did I choose for this? Let me just double check. I wrote it down, but
Oh, that's smart. I always put mine in order on my like desk over here.
I have like piles. But I wrote it down. Let me see.
I mean, it makes more sense to write it down, especially when we do the large tags and I have like stacks. I'm trying to remember what I did for what.
Okay. I chose my Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle for this one. Mine's the first edition. Second edition is on pre-order, if anyone's interested. Currently. Yes. So I chose my Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle for this one because I tend to use this for shadow work. And I feel like when you're using something for shadow work, that's when you tend to get more of the harsh truth and things like that. So I find that this is the perfect death, the perfect, I said death, the perfect death, the perfect deck.
Freudian slip there.
The perfect deck for this kind of prompt.
I love those cards. Ugh.
Yeah, me too.
Prisma Visions is like my long-term just love of like tarot, James R. Eads, and then Serafina with her Oracle deck. I just love it.
Yeah, she also has a shadow workbook coming out, or it's available for pre-order currently.
Yeah. And I know down the line she's wanting, I don't know when it'll happen, but she's wanting to do a tarot to accompany the Earth, Moon, and Shadow.
Yeah.
Like time is going to stop when that thing releases. I'm so excited.
I know. So yeah, this is pretty exciting. And obviously, in case you didn't know, like she's adding more cards, like a few more cards to this. I know that you can pre-order just the expansion pack.
I order that? I think I forgot. I think I ordered something from James R. Eads and then I forgot to order the extra cards.
It's still on pre-order, from what I know. And then I have a discount code if anyone wants it. Here, I'll put it in the chat.
Oh yeah.
And I have an affiliate link also with them. Let me do that. So if anyone's interested
so if you guys are interested, use the discount code or affiliate link or both, I guess.
Yeah, both. I think the discount code only gets you $5 off, and then the affiliate link gives me 5%.
Okay.
5%
commission.
Commission, that's it. This one. Here you go. So if you click that link, it'll take you to like all the price. That's the only thing.
For the next edition or for the expansion?
I think the full edition. The full edition is, I don't know how much the expansion is. You'd have to remember either. Click the link to find out because I don't remember, but
yay, thank you, Robin.
Yeah. Well, you'll also be able to use the code as well, so you can get $5 off, in my opinion. It's a great thing to
great deal.
see. Even if it's just $5, still $5. Right, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's still money you can get to save.
Saves you a coffee or something.
Yeah, there you go. So
all right, for me, I chose the cliche Wild Unknown. I don't have a deck that has the same energy as this. It doesn't give that like sort of unbridled unfiltered truth. I feel like I don't know what it is about this deck, but you know, I love it. It's very simple in its drawings, and this was my second deck ever, and it was very hard to like work with for a while, but I really like it. I think it's always consistently been sort of like a tell it like it is kind of deck, very direct in its answers. And honestly, I
Mhm.
feel like that has shaped me as a tarot reader because I like to give very straight, concise, to the point readings. I try
Mhm.
not to make my responses too flowery. So I do appreciate this deck in for that reason. It is fussy. It can be very fussy. I remember like when I first transitioned in from Instagram to YouTube for my live streams, I used this deck because I didn't have many at the time, and I was like, "Oh, I can't use these anymore." Because literally, like someone had asked about it, it was when I was still doing third party readings, and someone had asked about an ex, and it was brutal. I was like, "Oh God." I was like, uh, like
That's my
thank you.
favorite thing about the Wild Unknown. I
Yeah,
was this close to choosing it for this particular prompt. This
because
close.
it's so true. And I feel like it's
Yeah.
not, it's just like across the board. Something about the imagery just brings out that side of us, I guess. And it just gives a very direct, unfiltered response to things.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, you gotta chill, man. Like I'm on live. I'm not here to hurt people's feelings.
I
Yeah.
know. I know. But I love it for that reason. It's probably one of my favorite decks for that particular reason.
And I actually had a client who loved it. And like they would I remember once we had a session, I was like, "Are you sure you want this? Like, maybe you want this?" Like, trying to lead them to some of the other decks that give like sort of a nice, well balanced response. I feel like, and they were like, "No, I need to know the hard truth." I'm like, "Well, you're gonna get
Exactly,
it."
Gina. It'll redo for
Yes,
Phil for sure, for sure,
out
for
of
sure.
nowhere.
Also, hey Laura.
Oh, hey, Laura, welcome. All right, this is our last one. This says, and you let Beetlejuice out, and you didn't put him back. A deck that can get a little out of pocket sometimes.
Yeah. So just because I didn't pick Wild Unknown for the last one doesn't mean we were gonna have a tag where I wouldn't at least show the Wild Unknown at least one time. So I picked the Wild Unknown for this one, and I picked the Pocket Edition because pocket. So
Out
yeah,
of pocket for a
out of
pocket
pocket,
edition. Yep,
Pocket Edition.
I love
So
it.
yeah, for me, it's pretty much that. Me when it's like out of pocket, I feel like it'll be chaotic. It's like chaos, especially with like the quote that Robin chose for the fact that you let Beetlejuice out and you didn't put him back. The whole thing is like very chaotic. So felt like this particular deck fit the chaos, in my opinion, for the
Yeah,
reasons that you said um, in the last prompt. The
yeah.
fact that it reads you to filth. It is unkind, mean, or
Just the
can be.
unbridled truths. And sometimes I'm like, man, you gotta sugarcoat some things. Like, not everything needs to be so direct.
Though I like it for that reason.
I do too. I don't
This is one
use
of
it
the
as much actually, but I know it's there when I need it.
yeah. I use it a lot for myself.
Hmm.
So yes.
I do love it though. It's such a unique deck, and I'm happy. Even though I struggled with it, and it kind of forced me into the world of Oracle for a little bit before braving
Mm,
coming back, I do appreciate it. Oh, that's my favorite hermit card. That turtle.
yeah.
It's
Me
my
too.
favorite.
Ruby said she would move the Reclaim Oracle to that spot then for the
Oh,
time. Oh, I can't wait to get mine.
is Reclaimed Oracle the one I'm thinking of? That's like the mix of artists.
No, it's one
Oh,
artist. It's the emotion deck. So it's like
hmm.
different emotions. They literally she just did a Kickstarter for the expanded edition. It's like 99. It's like black and pink.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah, it's supposed to be a shadow work emotion deck.
gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I backed the expanded edition.
Oh, okay, cool. So this is the one where I actually chose an Oracle deck. It's technically two in one. This is
Okay.
my oh god, I don't remember the names of them. It's two decks in one. It's like the dreams and spirits and the shadow and something deck.
Yes. Oh my god, yes. I remember you use these on a live and then
Talk about out of pocket, like
never again. You never use them
so
again.
where the wild unknown just kind of gives you harsh truths. This is like the friend that's mean to you and you know it's out of love, but it doesn't make you feel better. Where I was just like, I did the community reading with it and I was like, oh no.
I know, I remember I was there. Everyone was like, damn, this is so depressing.
I was like, we're starting off with this. Oh, I think I redid it with a different deck because I was like, this is too much, guys. I'm so sorry. Like I bought this for shadow work, right?
Yeah.
So looking at the imagery, yes, I expect it to be a little darker and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the combination of cards, I was like, come on. Like this is for the community at large. Like maybe water it down a bit, but I was like, literally one and done. Never tried it again. It's for me now only, and I use it rarely because I mean, who wants to be spoken to like this? But I do like this deck. I think it's really cool. And what's interesting is I've seen people on live stream use this. I've seen them have good results with it. So obviously it's something with me. Maybe this is something I should explore within myself. But I was like, oh my God. I was like, these people are never coming back to this live stream.
They have tarot as well, I think.
They do have a tarot. It's I want to say it's like spooky cat face kind of.
Yeah, it's like a black cat deck, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I really do like the I do like this deck though. So don't get me wrong. Like I'm saying it's kind of out of pocket, but in a good way. I feel like every once in a while people need this. Like they need that tough love from a friend who's just like, why are you being so fucking stupid right now? um it's just not meant for the community at large. So I've learned my lesson. And Sil can vouch for me. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was hilarious actually. When you did that community reading, everyone was
Yeah.
just like, what?
I was like, oh gosh. I'm like, this is not inspirational. Like everybody's gonna have to go like just log off and grab a drink because it's stressful as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, Robin. It's like, watch your mouth. Like, I agree with you, but damn.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah, I do really like this. It kind of feels a little bit of like a Rorschach test kind of thing when you look at the images.
Oh
So I like that.
yes. I have a deck that's literally that.
I feel like I've seen that before. I just
Yeah.
have never opted to get it.
Oh, what's it called? It's not really like a deck though. It's more um like prompts
Yeah.
to do shadow work or whatever.
Let
Can't
me
remember the name of
find
it
on
right now.
Etsy what the name of the two full decks are so you guys can see them. But yeah, it's by an Etsy creator. Let me find the details for you.
Uh,
Okay, so I bought it as a bundle. This
mhm,
is by the on Etsy. It's called Shadow Art Finds.
mm.
It's called Spirits and Shadows, and then Dreams and Incarnations. I want to say the blue is the Dreams and Incarnations, and the red is Shadow Spirits and Shadow.
Okay.
So they're intentionally meant to be shadow work decks.
Yeah. Brutal ones apparently.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, let me see if I can find the here. Let me put in chat because they do have a tarot that's really that's really pretty. It's just not my jam, so I would never necessarily buy it, but they definitely have other it's called the Haunted Cat Tarot deck. And then they have
Yeah.
a similar, like a counterpart to it called the Fearless Familiars Oracle deck.
Yeah.
They have a few different ones. They look very similar. It's very obvious who the creator is when you look at them. So,
hmm They also have a bundle for the Haunted Cat where you can get, I think, the tarot and the oracle together.
yeah, they do a lot of bundles, which I like. Your screen went black, by the way.
Oh, probably because I was looking at the Etsy link.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that was the last
Affirmies.
one.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Okay, that was the last one. So, these pics were really fun. Thank you, Robin, for creating this tag. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. It was a great tag, Robin.
Yep. And very appropriate for the season. So thank you.
Yes.
So we'll be back next month.
Mhm.
We kind of have an idea of the tag we're gonna do, but we're not sure yet, so we won't announce it on here. But
Yeah.
do you have anything fun coming out still?
Yeah, I have the Supernatural Oracle that I need to post, and then
Mhm.
I have to edit the Poe Tarot and the Sleepy Hollow Tarot, but the first edition, not the newest edition. I haven't
Oh, not
received
the
it
one
yet,
that
so
is
the headless, not the Headless Horseman edition, the one previous to it that came out last year. I filmed it,
Mhm.
because I haven't received the other one yet. I'm still waiting on it. So
Okay, and
yeah,
then I'm guessing also the upcoming releases.
yeah, that'll be in November.
Okay, which is
November.
what, next week?
Yeah, yeah. I might do it next Sunday. I just have to see
Okay,
my schedule. So
well, if
yeah.
you
What about
guys
you?
want to be enabled, check out Sill's upcoming releases.
Yes.
You've been warned. So for me, I've been a little like off schedule, been trying to figure
Mm-hmm.
out what I want to do next. So I do want to continue with my spread wisdom series where I kind of like
Mm-hmm.
talk through different readings. So if you guys have either questions that you think that I could talk through or specific spreads that you'd like me to talk through,
Mm-hmm.
feel free to throw some ideas at me.
Yeah.
And then I've been kind of like mulling it over. I kind of want to do a fun like tipsy takes of unpopular tarot opinions. I feel like that would be really fun. Um I feel like I did one a while back when I was sort of trying to do a podcast with my friend, and I'd
Oh,
like to
okay.
do that again. And then let me see.
That would
I
be
have a
fun,
list of
actually.
stuff. Yeah, and then I saw another tag about like talking through your tarot practice. So show me your
Oh, okay.
tarot practice was the tag, and I think
Oh
I
yeah,
kind of
I've
want to
seen
do
that
that.
too.
Yeah, where it's like expanding outside of what you guys see when I do just my flip throughs and stuff like that, but
Mm-hmm.
how I
Mm-hmm.
actually work through stuff. So I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't recorded it yet, but those are my ideas coming
Yeah,
through in the next month or two.
that's good.
But yeah,
Excited to watch. Excited to watch those.
yeah, yeah, you should do one too. I feel like it would be really cool to see your version
Yeah.
of show me
Mm.
your tower practice.
Yeah. Maybe. We'll have to see. I have like so much stuff that I need to film as like
I
around
bet.
me.
I bet. I did or not kickstart. I did pre-order the new black and white Prisma Visions from James R.
Ooh,
Eads. So
yes,
that
yes,
should be
yes.
getting in November. I'm very excited to unbox that, do the flip through, and see how it pairs with my Citadel Oracle deck.
Oh, yes.
So
That'll
that
probably
is,
be a nice one, actually,
oh,
in my opinion.
if it's not, I'm just gonna like, I don't know. I'm just gonna melt into the ether. I'm gonna be very upset. But I've been looking for a tarot deck to go with it that I just
Mm,
absolutely love. And I feel
yeah.
like this is it. I feel it in my bones. I'm trying not to get too excited so I don't build up too high expectation.
Ah, true, true. Well,
But yes,
hopefully.
fingers crossed. So
Hopefully.
we will see in November.
Mhm.
It's supposed to ship like early November, so hopefully sometime in November
Mm,
you'll see that video come through.
yeah.
It depends, I guess, on if it ships when says it's gonna ship.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
I'm sure it'll get to you fast, isn't it, shipping it from the US, so
well, that and James is pretty on track schedule wise when it comes to
yeah.
stuff like that, so I don't expect any major delays.
There you go.
So I'm very excited about that. Been looking
Mm,
since I got the Citadel Oracle. Been looking for a tower deck to go with it,
yeah.
and I think this is the one. So
Yay.
I know, finally. Alrighty, guys. We haven't been on too terribly long. This was a
No.
short live, but
Yeah.
short and sweet sometimes is where it's at. So make sure you are subscribed to Sill's channel if you are not. And then
And
also make
your
sure
chat.
you're yes,
Yeah,
subscribe
your
to my
channel also.
channel if you're not. Hit those notification bells so you know when we release our next videos, and
And
we'll see you
like the
guys.
video.
Oh yeah, like this video.
Like the video also.
And we will see you guys